Every man thinks he'll know when a woman is turned on. But here's the truth, you probably won't. Because when a woman feels that deep, restless hunger for intimacy, she rarely says it, she shows it in ways that only a man with emotional intelligence can recognize. It's not about lust, it's about energy. It's her body's language of craving, the quiet signals of desire that speak louder than words. See, women are emotional beings first, physical beings second. When their desire ignites, it doesn't start between their legs. It starts between their thoughts. It's psychological, hormonal, emotional. And if you can't see the shift, you'll miss the moment where connection turns into chemistry. So today, let's decode it. Here are 5 things women do when they're feeling deeply, quietly, uncontrollably turned on, emotionally and physically. She becomes hyper aware of your presence, and her energy changes around you. Her communication subtly shifts. Slower tone, more teasing, deeper eye contact. She plays with her appearance, not to show off, but to feel desirable. Her emotional walls start lowering. She becomes softer, more open, more playful. She unconsciously mirrors your movements. Her body syncs with your rhythm. Zone 1. When a woman feels that spark of desire, her entire awareness tunes toward the man who triggers it. She might not say a word, but everything about her energy changes. It's instinctual. Her brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, heightening her sensitivity to his presence. Her body temperature subtly rises. Her pupils dilate. Her breathing deepens. She feels alive around him, even if she's trying to hide it. But the most powerful sign isn't what she does. It's what she stops doing. She's no longer distracted. Her attention sharpens. She notices every detail, your scent, your tone, the way you move. It's her subconscious mind scanning for emotional and physical safety before surrendering to that inner craving. Science calls this attentional bias, the brain's natural focus on a source of attraction. Emotionally, it's her body saying, "This energy feels good. I want more." You'll feel it too? A subtle tension in the air, the kind that makes time slow down. She might glance your way and look away too quickly. She may laugh more easily or fall into small silences where her body speaks louder than her words. That's not confusion. That's chemistry. It's her energy shifting from neutral to magnetic. And in that moment, she doesn't want compliments or attention. She wants connection. She wants a man grounded enough to notice, but calm enough not to chase. Because the man who can sense her energy without exposing it, without breaking the mystery, is the one who awakens her the most. It's never just about attraction. It's about emotional electricity, that invisible pull that says, "I feel something I can't control." And when you learn to recognize that shift, you stop guessing and start understanding. No two. When a woman's desire begins to rise, it often shows first in her communication style. She doesn't come out and say what she feels. Instead, her entire rhythm changes. Her voice softens, her tone slows, and her words start carrying a quiet charge, as if she's speaking less from her mind and more from her body. Science explains this through neurochemical arousal cues, subtle physiological shifts triggered by attraction. Her voice may become slightly lower or more melodic because estrogen affects the vocal cords when she's emotionally stimulated. But beyond the biology, there's something deeper happening. Her communication starts to mirror intimacy. She'll hold eye contact longer, not aggressively, but in a way that feels magnetic, almost unspoken. Her laughter lingers, her teasing becomes more personal, her questions more emotionally layered. She's not just talking to you. She's talking with energy. Every glance, every pause, every word becomes a thread pulling you closer. This is how a woman flirts without saying she's flirting. Her words test the space between you. Can it hold tension without breaking it? Can you stay calm, grounded, while her energy grows warmer? She's not testing your wit. She's testing your presence. If you rush it, if you overreact, she'll pull back. But if you stay attuned, steady, calm, subtly engaged, she feels safe enough to keep revealing more of that playful, emotionally charged side. Because attraction for her is emotional first. She doesn't crave a man who talks louder. She craves one who listens deeper. The one who can feel the meaning behind her tone, the softness in her pauses, the emotion in her laughter. That's the language of connection most men never learn. And the few who do become unforgettable. When a woman feels that inner wave of desire rising, she often begins to interact with her appearance differently, not for attention, but for alignment. Her desire shifts her focus inward, awakening her need to feel attractive, to reconnect with her feminine energy through her body. It's not vanity, it's emotional expression. Psychologically, this happens because when a woman is aroused or emotionally charged, her brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, chemicals that heighten self-awareness and sensory perception. She suddenly becomes more conscious of how she looks, how she moves, how she feels in her own skin. That's why she might fix her hair, adjust her clothes, touch her lips, or glance at her reflection, not to seek validation, but because her body is responding to an emotional charge she can't fully verbalize. She might choose to wear something that makes her feel beautiful, not necessarily something revealing. Maybe she puts on perfume before meeting you or runs her fingers through her hair while you talk. These gestures aren't random. They're her body's subconscious way of sensing her inner, feeling with her outer expression. And here's where most men misunderstand it. She's not trying to seduce, she's trying to express. Her body language becomes softer, her movements slower, her energy more fluid. She's embodying her attraction, allowing herself to feel desirable rather than just be desired. If you observe carefully, you'll see that this shift isn't loud, it's delicate. A sparkle in her eyes, a lingering touch on her neck, a quiet awareness in how she carries herself. In that moment, what she truly craves is to be seen without being exposed. She wants to be recognized not just for her beauty, but for the emotion pulsing behind it. The silent language of feminine desire that says, "I feel alive in your presence, you're for." When a woman begins to feel deeply aroused, emotionally and physically, something subtle yet profound happens inside her. Her guard starts to melt. The part of her that is usually cautious, reserved, or analytical begins to soften. Her laughter flows more freely. Her eyes hold warmth instead of defense. It's not weakness, it's trust beginning to form. This shift is psychological and biological. When desire awakens, her brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone that promotes emotional openness and connection. This is why desire for women often feels like vulnerability. It's not just about physical attraction, it's about emotional safety. Her body won't fully open where her heart feels unsafe. So when she starts teasing you playfully, sharing little secrets, or opening up about her feelings, it's not random. It's her subconscious saying, "I feel safe with you." She's letting her authentic self come out, not the guarded version the world usually sees, but the softer, curious, emotionally alive version she saves for when she feels a genuine spark. You'll notice it in her tone. It becomes lighter, warmer, infused with emotion. She might touch your arm when she laughs, lean closer when you talk, or maintain eye contact longer than usual. These are all signs that her emotional body is lowering its defenses and inviting connection. But this is also where most men fail. They mistake her openness for permission, her playfulness for invitation. In reality, this stage isn't about taking, it's about respecting the space she's opening. The more emotionally safe she feels, the more naturally her attraction deepens. Because for a woman, desire isn't about dominance or chase. It's about surrender through trust. And when she feels that trust with you, her body, her voice, and her emotions align into one irresistible energy that can't be faked or forced. 5. When attraction deepens beyond thought, something powerful happens between two people. Their bodies begin to synchronize. It's not a choice, it's nature. When a woman feels drawn to a man emotionally and physically, her subconscious mind starts mirroring his body language, tone, pace, and even breathing patterns. It's her biology's quiet way of saying, "I feel connected to you." Neuroscience calls this the mirror neuron effect, a mechanism in the brain that allows us to reflect the emotions and behaviors of those we're deeply attuned to. When she mirrors you, it's not imitation, it's alignment. Her body is communicating trust, safety, and attraction all at once. You'll notice it in small ways. She sits when you sit. She leans closer when you lean in. Her smile matches yours, her laughter syncs with your rhythm. Even her breathing slows down to meet yours when you're both calm and present. These aren't conscious gestures. They're her emotional intelligence in motion. What's truly fascinating is that this mirroring happens only when she feels safe and stimulated at the same time. It's her body's signal that the emotional and physical connection has harmonized, that her mind and body are in agreement. And that's where real chemistry lives. Men often chase attraction through words or looks, but the deepest form of attraction happens in silence. When two nervous systems begin to dance without speaking. When she mirrors your gestures, she's not just responding to your actions, she's resonating with your energy. That's the hidden art of connection, when attraction moves beyond conversation and becomes felt. Because when her body starts speaking your language without a word, that's not coincidence. That's chemistry, trust, and desire flowing in perfect rhythm. Every woman speaks two languages, the one with words and the one her energy whispers when she feels desire. Most men only listen to the first. The rare few, the ones who truly connect, learn to hear the second. Because female desire isn't loud, it's layered. It's not always in what she says. It's in her rhythm, her tone, her eyes, her silence. It's emotional electricity disguised as calm. It's the way her energy changes when she feels seen, safe, and desired all at once. When a woman feels that combination, emotional safety and magnetic tension, she doesn't just get attracted, she awakens. And that awakening has nothing to do with lust. It's about connection. It's about feeling alive in the presence of a man who doesn't rush her body, but understands her energy. So if you want to know when a woman is feeling desire, stop looking for the obvious. Start feeling the subtle. Watch the shift in her presence, the softness in her tone, the spark in her silence. Because when a woman's desire rises, her whole being transforms. She becomes more expressive, more radiant, more emotionally transparent. The real secret isn't to chase that desire, it's to honor it, to create the kind of presence where she feels safe to express it without fear or judgment. Remember, attraction isn't something you get from her. It's something you create with her. And when she feels that connection, when her emotions, energy, and body align around your calm, grounded presence, she doesn't just want your attention, she craves your energy. Not because you said the right words, but because in your presence, she finally felt understood.